Hey folks, it's Zugord here. In today's episode, we're diving headfirst into one of the most twisted, intense, and unforgettable moments of Alien Earth Chapter 5. The brutal showdown between the Xenomorph and that mysterious, mind-bending creature, Teocelus. At first glance, you might think, oh yeah, another epic monster fight to keep me glued to the screen, but don't be fooled, my friends. Beneath all that chaos lies a tangle of darker, deeper, and, let's be honest, philosophically messed up layers. The true power of this scene isn't just in its raw spectacle, nope. It's in its complexity. This isn't some simple slugfest. We're staring down a living enigma packed with biological, psychological, and narrative implications that challenge how we even think about the universe of this story. Crazy, right? For first-timers, your reaction might be shallow. Two beasts clash, tension spikes, hearts race, cinematic adrenaline. Classic. But when you mix what we know about Weyland-Yutani's experiments, Prodigy's research, and the sheer nature of these alien creatures, it's a whole different ballgame. This isn't random chaos, it's a cosmic chess match, where the rules of biology and evolution don't just bend, they frickin' break! Previous analyses suggested that Weyland-Yutani's specimens formed a kind of organized predator ecosystem, almost like an interlinked alien wildlife network where direct confrontations were rare. But Chapter 5? Boom! That pattern shatters violently. Suddenly, cooperation crumbles. Interactions go rogue, showing that these beings operate under their own lethal, enigmatic logic, totally unlike anything Earth-based. Yeah. Take Teocelus' interaction with the so-called space ticks. At first glance, it seems minor, a tiny critter trying to escape its container. But hold on. It gets help from Teocelus at the perfect moment, distracting guards so the tick can manipulate the locks and release its larvae. Mind blown, right? This tiny detail reveals something crucial. These ticks aren't dumb pests. They're clever little operators in a complex, coordinated network that goes way beyond mere survival instincts. The implication? Spine-chilling. Teocelus and the ticks aren't just individuals, they're nodes in a collective intelligence. Kind of like Prodigy's experiments with that sheep, hinting at instinctive coordination across different organisms. But the horror really spikes during the lab escape. Teocelus manipulates an engineer from the Manos ship as a temporary host. Absolute control, every move calculated, turning it into an unstoppable threat. Yikes. This behavior screams parallels with Earth biology, like Toxoplasma gondii, which hijacks rodent brains to make them fearless in front of predators. But Tellus? It's on a whole other level. It doesn't just tweak behavior, it outright commandeers the host body like a puppet master. And get this, it doesn't act randomly. Oh no, it picks its victims with surgical precision, executing survival strategies that are terrifyingly clever. Remember episode 4, Tellus watching Cavalier and Kurz like a hawk? Yeah, that wasn't just staring, that was evaluation mode. It was sizing up who'd make the most efficient host. And that's what drives the clash with the Xenomorph. Let's not forget, the Xenomorph is dubbed the perfect organism, near indestructible, acid blood, armored exoskeleton, and a killer territorial instinct. But perfection has a crack. Xenomorphs lack visible eyes. Yep, apparently flawless, but blind in a way that lets Tellus strategize its every move. That, my friends, is why the fight is so damn intense. Here's some Ecology 101 for you. Two alpha predators can't share the same ecosystem without conflict. Competition law says only one dominates. We may not know exactly where Weyland-Yutani's specimens came from, but clues point to similar habitats. And while a 65-year exploration might seem long to us humans, in interstellar terms, that's barely a blank. Plenty of time for alien evolution to play out.
So, the Xenomorph versus Teocelus fight? Not just a flashy set piece, it's an ancestral conflict baked into biology itself. A battle for dominance, where every strike, every maneuver, every brutal hit is loaded with meaning. What could have been just an action scene becomes a deep study of life, strategy, and the terrifying elegance of nature in its most extreme alien form.
The showdown between Teocelus and the Xenomorph, and let me tell you, this isn't just some random monster brawl. Nope. It's way deeper than that. This fight, it's basically a living, breathing lesson in ecosystem warfare, alien style. Think about it. On Earth, when an invasive species crashes into a territory already claimed, conflict isn't just likely, it's almost guaranteed. Alpha predators don't just sip tea together, folks. They fight, they claw, they survive. And here, in this insane alien jungle, that principle isn't abstract. It's literally written in the DNA of these creatures. Yeah, on one side, we've got Teocelus, a creature that doesn't just eat to survive. No, this bad boy needs hosts, bodies it can control, turning them into living tools, like pieces on some cosmic chessboard. On the other side, the Xenomorph, a predator whose biology turns victims into walking incubators, ensuring its life cycle continues. Both share a common goal: dominate and manipulate other life forms. And guess what? When two species have the same fucking idea, chaos happens. Boom! Instant collision.
But wait, there's a twist that makes this scene even freakier. Teocelus?
Yeah.
It sends out a signal, a call, hey, Xenomorph, come over here, kind of thing. And this opens up two terrifying possibilities. First, the tactical route, mad genius level. Picture Teocelus cornered by Morrow, helpless against a paralyzing weapon. What would you do? Maybe call in a bigger predator to stir shit up while you make a clean getaway? That's exactly what Teocelus does. This isn't instinct. This is strategy, precision, and manipulation at a level that'd make Machiavelli blush. Second, and even creepier, what if this violent tango hints at a deeper evolutionary rivalry? Maybe Xenomorphs evolved with Teocelus in the mix as natural enemies sharing the same alien ecosystem. Mind blown, right?
Check this out. Xenomorphs have no visible eyes, acid blood, extreme adaptability, not random traits. They could be evolutionary responses to alien parasites, carnivorous plants, and yes, Teocelus. This makes the Xenomorph less of a perfect predator by luck and more of a battle-hardened competitor, honed over eons to survive against equally lethal foes. And here's a spicy what if. What if the Xenomorph isn't even fully natural? Hear me out. Maybe all those crazy traits, resistance, reproduction, adaptability, are biotech engineered, a living weapon, precision crafted to neutralize threats like Teocelus. Think of it as alien arms race meets mad science. Yeah! Oh, and let's throw in a little fan theory sauce. We don't know Teocelus's homeworld or how exactly it got captured, but the Magino, a 65-year-long research mission, collected 5 species, including Teocelus and at least one facehugger.
Some speculate they reached engineer-related territories, the same place David toyed with black goo, birthing dangerously advanced life forms. No official confirmation, but come on, too juicy to ignore.
Now, the simplest and probably truest theory, Teocelus and the Xenomorph share ecosystems or similar habitats. This explains not only their rivalry, but also the Xenomorph's specialized adaptations to parasitic, predatory, and environmental threats. Simple, elegant, and terrifying.
Chapter 5 doesn't hand us answers on a silver platter, but it gives something more valuable. The gut-punch realization that we're witnessing an ultra-complex biological web. Teocelus and the Xenomorph aren't random killing machines. They're lineages shaped by centuries of conflict, survival, and adaptation. Every move, every strategy, every vicious attack reflects eons of evolutionary chess. And here's the kicker. While these alien titans wage their ancestral war, the real game is human. Corporate greed, ambition, and arrogance are lurking in the shadows. Scary thought, huh? In this universe, sometimes the deadliest predators aren't the ones with claws and teeth, they're the ones with money and control. Each fight, each encounter is a brutal reminder. Survival isn't just about strength or instinct. It's about cunning, adaptation, and understanding the rules of a universe that loves to throw curveballs.